It's the 1K, 2K blinds heads up for play money. Oh, they're sitting out. Okay, he's still playing. I thought I broke his will already. When I play heads up with people, they usually quit on me or I bust them the majority of the time, unless I get unlucky. This is past performance, not being cocky. They're not raising, so I have to be suspicious because they could be holding anything. At least when people raise, you could kind of put them on a range of hands. I think I might have got rivered. I was right. Probably could have got a small bet out of me. I would have reluctantly called, even though I knew that he probably had the 7. got to keep them guessing. In an MMA fight, if they want to stay on the feet, you got to bring them to the ground. If they want to go on the ground, you got to keep it on the feet. Boxing, if they're expecting to go to the head, you got to go to the body. See, he could have been making a move there, but that's a pretty easy fold. That was the first aggressive move he made against me. I only had a 3 kicker, so it wasn't really worth it. Oh, that was a brutal card. So I'm going to pull the parachute. Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't have a diamond. Doyle Brunson. What did he have? Nine queen. I think my queen's the best kicker. Oh, he had 5s. Nice call. It's funny because people are able to use computer-assisted telepathy, and my mind's eye has seen several pros that are playing as this opponent, influencing them through different hands, and every technology has a unique signature, and our body, our DNA is a unique signature. So there's this thing called the BSSID DNA. And so in the future, I should be able to isolate who was puppeting the guy. And right after I mentioned that, he sat out, which is pretty suspicious. So let's see if he joins back. Here we go. I seem to have his number, though. He made that one good call with the king. But other than that, it's been pretty smooth. My strategy is basically dependent on the situation, but I'm going to try to grind him away. When he wants to play big pots, unless I have something, I'm not going to play a big pot with him. I rather just, instead of try to knock him out in one punch, I'm going to wear him down. Or she, depending on who they are. It's unlikely that he hit this, but he could have ace-9, ace-6, ace-deuce, 7-8 suited. Oh, he folded. I was hoping to get a call and improve. I don't like my chances this end. It's like cold water, you gotta ease into it. So I'm gonna be cautious. I think I got rivered. I had him on an ace too, that sucks. I was right. That sucked. But if you like how I play, consider sponsoring me, making endorsements, give me donations, because I'm getting pretty lights out. Now is the time to start sponsoring me and endorsing me, because I'm getting very good at poker. And I'm only getting better every day I play. I try to grow as a player, because I make these videos, so I assume people are watching these videos and playing against me. So I have to evolve my strategy to survive. I almost folded the king nine too because he raised, and it was only the third time that they raised, so I was suspicious of it. And nice bet. Really, I only have 6 outs. I can't call. I could have had the best hand pre-flop, but oh no. He probably had 2 pair, or at least ace jack, or set. That was a nice play though. Oh no. Don't sit out. I want to take all their chips, but I don't want to bankrupt them. It's only play money, but in real life, like if you sit down at the table with me, I want to take all your chips, but I hope I don't bankrupt you. Because if you bankrupt everybody, there's no game. I prefer playing heads up. If you're new to poker, it's good to play heads up because you can refine your skills as a poker player. Because you run into situations like right now I have second pair, so I'm playing against another opponent. So, nice bet. But I think he has 2 pair. I'm going to call just in case. Oh, okay, that was a very nice bet. He thinks he has me ensnared unless they're making a good play, but this is the riskiest play that they've made so far. All you could do is try to make them confident to make a play like that when I have a better situation. I'm in a better situation, more or less. I was hoping he'd bet there on the river, but he didn't. Jennifer Harmon, I think, just hijacked my body, my psyche. For my whole theory on that, go to www.change.org/technology. Computer-assisted telepathy is possible. We're made up of water. Water conducts electricity. Therefore, we can be hacked. You should know this if you ever been shocked before. Our thoughts are just sounds that scientists have figured out a way to amplify them and hear them remotely. And they've known how to do this for the past 80-something years. It's 2024. see. Got to keep them off balance. So I'll show them the bluff since they showed me the 9. Maybe I'll get a loose call. I don't really like that card. It appears to be the best card that I would want, but he could have Jack 9. I'm just going to check it down and play it safe. I gave him 2 chances, or heard 2 chances to make a play at me, so chances are when they made that big 70k bet, they had it. So I think I made a good fold. I think he had the 2 pair. Or she had the 2 pair. It's nice if you do catch somebody making an extremely risky play like that. But I have a pretty commanding position here. Like I've started out with 80k, now I'm up to 130. They started with 200, now they're down to 130. So the longer we play, unless I get unlucky, unless I make a flush to a full house or a very strong hand to a higher strong hand, I should win every single time. I've seen enough of their playing strategy that I should be able to pick them apart. He could have 10s though. Oh, that was brutal. I think I just got unlucky there. So unfortunately I gave him a free card, but my instinct was telling me that I was going to lose, so I just pulled the parachute, and I was right. I could have betted on the turn, possibly pretended I had the 7 if I played the scenario again against him. I might have tried that, and then he may have not. It all depends. Does he hang on to his ace queen? Is he a type of player that just doesn't fold, plays it to the river? If that's the case, then it didn't really matter how much I bet. Unless I put him all in, he's likely to call. I think they're going to quit soon, though, if they didn't quit now. Oh, here we go. They didn't throw in the towel, which is good. Is he gonna make a big bet? Oh, the spade came. That sucks. I don't think he has the ace. He might have the 8 though, or 2 pair. Well, with that play, that's a strong play. I only have a queen kicker, so I'm just going to play it safe. Show the bluff, show the bluff. Next time I'm hoping to be in that situation where when he makes that play, I could jam all in and snare him and trap him. That did feel like Phil Ivey though. Donnie Stern, I believe his name. It seemed like his psyche just hijacked my body. There's a lot of pros there. They're switching up who I'm playing against. They can't play against me heads up. They have to switch it up because I pick apart people too fast. You watch this video, watch any one of my videos. I usually manhandle the table and then get unlucky. And I'm just calling my shots. I'm not cocky. I'm just calling my shots. Show my bluff, so maybe he gets so maybe he'll start showing bluffs and starts playing a little bit sloppier. We're outside his comfort zone, or outside her comfort zone, so they take more chances, so I could trap them. Now I got them covered, so that's good. Psychologically, I like it when I have them covered, because then I can always put them all in without risking it all myself. Olivier Busquet. in a square game with computers looking at my brain and computers looking at my opponent's brain, where all the technology that currently exists in the world is exposed, so everybody knows what they do, so they can't see each other's, so there's no possible way of cheating. I would risk, if I had $1 trillion, I'd easily risk $1 billion in a heads-up tournament. Easily. Okay, this guy doesn't feel right. Unfortunately, I don't have a draw, so... Nice call. He had the jack. He got lucky there on the river. He probably would have folded to that move if he didn't make the bottom full house. But you got to swing for the fences sometimes. I was right. It did felt weak. If I didn't show 2 bluffs, I think I would have got the fold. But I showed 2 bluffs. That's the only flaw with bluffing. When you show a bluff, ideally you want to start making a few hands. But back at it. But now he has me covered, so I'm not as confident. I can't put him all in or her all in, so that's one less tool in the toolbox, basically. But I don't mind playing from the underdog position because when you finish deep in a tournament heads up, you could be the chip leader or you could be a 20-1 underdog, so you got to be confident playing in both scenarios. Just take it one hand at a time, basically. They're trying to trap lots. They're really making no offensive bets. They're just making reactive checks. So I'm just going to check it down because I think he has me beat. He certainly has me beat, but I think he has at least a pair. Show the bluff. Nice bet. I was going to check it down if he bet anyways, because I suspicious of the four spade. Tony Dunn's just hijacked my psyche there, because a few years ago I seen a video where he said he likes to play the Queen 9 suited occasionally. So he's trying to gain some affinity because of that, since I kind of incorporated it into my game. Did they give up? They did make a couple strong plays. They could have bluffed. It would have been nice if they showed the bluff. But other than that 20k bluff I made that they called with the king when they didn't have a pair. So really they made two good plays. And 4 questionable plays that could have been good. They most likely had it, but they could have been making plays. So 6 hands. The rest of the time I've been dominating them. Daniel Negreanu. Doyle Bronson. They're playing pretty tight, so I do have to chip them down. Like, unless I have them trapped when they make one of those 60 to 70k bets, then I'm unlikely to get it in one hand. But basically, I could only damage myself, because I'm kind of dictating the tempo of the game. It's basically how much I'm willing to call or bet. And they're reacting to basically how much I'm betting. Whenever you play heads up, especially if you're new, you don't play their game. Try to play your game. You got to try to figure out how they play and then take them outside their comfort zone. Oh, they left. And that's usually what happens. I break their will, and either I take their money or they quit on me. Let's see if somebody joins. I'll wait here for a few minutes. And that's why I want to play in a $1 million heads-up tournament, because they can't leave me. They can't run and hide. Awesome, brand new opponent, and I didn't have to wait too long. So hopefully they play more aggressive, because I only want to make an hour-long video, so I want to try to bust them in an hour, or within an hour here. I think I'm ahead. He has to get lucky. Or she has to get lucky. Oh, they sat out already. Don't quit on me already. At least the other guy took me 40 minutes to break as well. This guy took one hand. Why would you sit down and play one hand if you didn't plan on playing? Leave the table if you don't plan on playing. But he could be running to the washroom or doing something, because people do have a life. So I'll give him another minute. Okay, he left. I'm just gonna pause it till somebody sits down. Nobody's coming. I would love to play in a heads-up tournament against pros in person, because after that I'm gonna have them pretty much. I'm gonna be dialed into their playing style, unless they have a distinct way that they play heads up differently than ring games. But I'm gonna be in their head a lot more, so I would consistently make money off them in the long run, unless they evolve as a player all the time. But it's hard when you have a successful strategy that works. You tend to, it usually pays dividends, so you're gonna consistently do it. But then you meet the guy that it doesn't pay dividends against, then all of a sudden you're outside your comfort zone. When he can't literally see your cards, but he's in your head as if he could see your cards. I'm trying to become that person. If you ever seen a good poker movie is Rounders, and where he calls hands, I want to be that good. My situational poker skills, I want to be the best in the world in being able to read situations and put people on hands, knowing the fold, raise, check, go all in. Unfortunately, nobody's coming in this, so I'll go to a ring game for the rest of this video. Unfortunately, I wanted to make a heads-up video since it was pretty dominating. So since the casino is usually 9-handed, I'm trying to gain experience in 9-handed poker. It's oh, this guy has a lot of chips right there, and he's to my left, so this is the worst situation for me to be in. And this guy has quite a few chips, so I could only put very little pressure on him. So I'm gonna have to pick my spots at this table. And since I'm new, right now there's 3 players in a pot, so I have an opportunity to gain some information on them when they think I'm not paying attention. So ideally, I get to see the cards, see how they play their strong hands or their weak hands, and then I kind of have a little bit of a game plan on how to play each of these 2 remaining opponents. Okay, so he is trapping. What did this other guy have? Oh, it's not showing me what he had. So I just sat down and I could already tell that this player is likely to be a good player because on the turn he was either trapping or he was playing his 3 of a kind conservatively, since he only had a 3 kicker. So if you're new to poker, when you have a terrible kicker like a 3, don't always play it so confidently because Jack 4 beats you, Jack 5 beats you, etc. All the way up to Jack Ace. So usually you could lose a big pot. Hopefully I improve. And I didn't improve. But a diamond didn't come either. That was a tad greedy for me to make that bet. If he would have raised, he most likely would have had a flush and I would have been in a pretty perilous situation. So the more conservative thing to do there to save your money in the long run is to check it down. Because I only had a 3 of a kind with a jack kicker. But at the same time, I was pretty confident that they weren't trapping me. So I wanted to try to extract some chips. And I only, when I was a new player, I wouldn't have made that move. But just with my experience, I'm more confident in marginal situations, basically. Know how to win hands that I shouldn't be winning, and know how to smell smoke before there's fire, before you get burnt by fire. So if you watch all my videos, I rarely come from behind and win, especially on the flop. I rarely go all in on the flop where I need to come from behind and win. Very rarely. Sometimes I do because how well they made me dance that hand, but very rarely. So that being said, I very rarely come from behind and get those victories when I was the underdog, unfortunately. I became too good of a player that I don't get lucky enough now. Because usually when I make decisions, if you watch how I play, I make decisions after the results, not speculatively. If it's speculatively, I'm bluffing. You got to always be suspicious of the early position bet when there's a low board, because they most likely have low cards, hands that people don't normally play. So be suspicious of the small blind and big blind bets with flops like this. He's either gonna call or I'm gonna get it. Nice call. He has the ace. I really only like to gamble once I'm in the profit. Once I'm profitable, then I speculate more. I risk more. I'm gonna see a flop and see if I could outplay him. I don't think my hand is the best, but I have position over them. They could have sevens, eights. Oh, he has eights. I bet he has a high pocket pair. It's only play money, so I'm gonna call. It's almost an hour-long video, so I'm gonna make the call. Usually when I flop top pair, low top pair with an ace kicker, in that scenario, usually they have the over pair against me. So if you're in that situation, depending on your bankroll, sometimes fold. Most of the time I would have folded there, but it was play money. If it was real money, I would have folded because I could have easily been outdrawn if I was ahead, and they typically have the over pair when they make that move. A set two pair, they usually have you beat. Sometimes they make that move with ace king, ace jack, ace queen, ace 10, etc. But very rarely. I didn't have enough of a read on the guy. Like, he may always make that move, then he'd be more predictable. But only experience playing against them would, like, if we were at the casino, then I could see who he is, and I could read his body language, and then in the future I could be better equipped to make a decision. Because some people, as soon as they miss, when they have ace king, they jam on the flop all the time. So those type of people, it doesn't matter what pair you have on the board, and especially if you have them covered, call, because you're ahead at that point, and you have to get outdrawn, basically. Okay, I don't believe you yet. I was hoping the higher than a queen card came. Let's see what he has. Let's see what bet he makes to see if I believe him. Okay, that's a very nice bet. And if I had a draw, I would maybe make a play against him, but I think he most likely has the queen. Probably ace queen. If I was less experienced, I would have folded. He wouldn't have got that 10K bet out of me. But I was trying to win the pot on future streets, which I typically don't do from first position. Like, if he would have made a smaller bet, I might have been able to check raise him and blow him off the hand. But I usually have it when I check raise. I usually have them ensnared. But that's the best thing about poker. I love it so much. It sucks when it happens to you, but when it doesn't happen to you, it's the greatest thing. The guy thinks he's trapping you, and next thing you know, you're the one holding the trophy fish. It's absolutely beautiful. So hopefully the Queen of Clubs comes. Oh no. This guy has it. He's a trapper, I think. Conservative player, so I'm not gonna, I have to trap him basically. If this was real money, like I already have him pegged out, like I would leave the table and come back later, because he has 4.5 chips to my 1, so I can't really pressure him all in, and he's playing solid conservative, so conservative players, you could pick them apart, but right now he's been being lucky too. He's not playing offensively, so you got to be careful of the people that trap. Doesn't mean you can't pick them apart, but you got to pick your spots. You're better to be a conservative player. You don't maximize your profit, but you don't risk as much. So I'm particularly worried about this guy, since he has position over me and this guy, because he re-raised for only 4K. I'm gonna see a flop if it's cheap, because you never know, you might get lucky. What does this guy have? This guy might have ace king. He could have a high pocket pair. Let's see what he does. Oh, there was the ace. So since I put him on ace king, I'm gonna slow down. If he bets he has the ace, I'm gonna call if it's a cheap bet. Nice bet. I'm calling though. I think he has the ace. I'm just calling for the video. It's an hour-long video. He didn't have the ace. But I thought I was behind. Hopefully he jams and goes all in on tilt here. That was an incredibly lucky turn for him. This will be the last hand. I guess I'll play until the big blind. Okay, I might be able to get all this guy's chips since I have position on him, so I'm going to call. Normally I would fold because it's only deuces and there's lots of people to react after me, so if they raise I have to fold. So I was willing to sacrifice the 12k basically, because if anybody jams, chances are they have a higher pair. At least an ace didn't come, but he could have ace king. Nice bet. But the general rule of thumb is with a low pocket pair, no set, no bet, fold. Because there's only 2 outs, and if a spade came, so really I only had 1 out in the bet. So if this was at the casino, I would have turned 82k into 251k in an hour. And if you Google computer-assisted telepathy YouTube, there's this video here. Basically, people are able to influence yes-no decisions remotely and influence your thoughts, any out-of-the-blue thoughts, like, oh, I feel like a tuna sandwich tonight. That could be somebody over a computer or artificial intelligence software nowadays. So you can protect yourself by going to www.change.org/technology. Basically, we're made up of water. Water conducts electricity, so we could be hacked. And if you look at this picture here, this is a patent. And there's different biosensors that could be implanted in your body, such as your blood, find out what your blood pressure is doing, the glucose, the sugar in your body, toxins, see what your vision's doing, contact lenses in this case, and what your hearing's doing, what your brain waves are doing, what your heart's doing. And it could all be viewed over a cell phone. And if you look at the cell phone, it's an older patent. So nowadays with nanotechnology, it's so small, it's absorbed through your skin. We breathe it in, we eat it, we drink it. And so it could tell governments and criminal organizations all these variables about yourself. And with the nanotechnology eye cameras, they could see what you're seeing. And every single person that I mentioned in this video, at one point in the future, I'm going to be able to prove that they did hijack my psyche, and I'll bring them to court. So read the petition, watch the videos, make an informed decision, share it on social media, sign it, contribute as much money as you can to get it on the agenda in your country, so the government could acknowledge the system, and civilian and military oversight committee could be set up to be able to privatize our thoughts. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day.